Hello and welcome back for another episode of our Emmy Award-winning interview series, Rich Ass Russians. But today isn't an interview, folks, and that's because at this very moment, our so-called guest is being held in detention in Europe. I am, of course, referring to Alexey Pertsev, the Tornado Cash developer, who just yesterday was sentenced to 64 months in prison for his contribution to the protocol's open source code. So, why should you care? Why should we all care? Well, this is important, folks, because it turns out that privacy is now illegal in Western democracies. That's right. And in case you're not up to speed, here's the context. Tornado Cash is a decentralized protocol on the world's most expensive blockchain, Ethereum. Its function is to provide privacy on-chain. It's what we call an obfuscation protocol. In simple terms, Tornado Cash allows anybody to send and receive digital assets without third parties being able to know who sent what. And you can think of it as a kind of blender, a mixer. Users put their funds into the smart contract, it all gets jumbled up and then withdrawn at the other end. It is, in short, Elizabeth Warren's worst nightmare. Now, for governments increasingly hell-bent on destroying the right to transact freely, this is a big, fat no-no. And that's why in August 2022, the Office of Foreign Assets Control, also known as OFAC, took the unprecedented step of adding Tornado Cash to its SDN list, which is pretty much a list of groups or individuals posing a serious risk to national security. Yes, for the first time in its history, a piece of code was deemed worthy of inclusion, joining the illustrious ranks of Kim Jong-un, Hezbollah, and the Iranian National Guard. And literally, as this was happening, Dutch police arrested Alexey Pertsev for his contribution to this evil code and held him for 7 months without charge. Which brings us to yesterday. Pertsev was just sent down for 64 months in Dutch prison on charges of money laundering. Of course, he didn't actually launder any money himself. Instead, he's been charged on the basis of turning a blind eye to the illicit use of the protocol, a protocol that was decentralized and over which he had no control whatsoever. This, my friends, is why Satoshi never revealed themselves, and thank goodness. Because let's not forget just how much early activity on the Bitcoin network was teenagers buying high-grade bud from the Silk Road. In fact, crime often gravitates to brand new technologies in order to evade detection. Is that an indictment of the tech itself? No. Because by this loose standard of personal accountability, Satoshi could have been sent down for drug dealing, the Bitcoin network deemed illegal, and we'd all be living in a dark world without shitcoins. Speaking of which, let's hear a quick word from our sponsors.
I believe in two things: social justice and leverage trading. That's why I'm delighted to announce that I've recently partnered with Bydfi as an affiliate. I've been trading for over 120 years, and Bydfi is fast becoming my favorite place to buy and trade crypto, thanks to its sleek and intuitive interface, huge range of instruments, and commitment to customer satisfaction. I'm also hugely impressed by its competitive fees for spot and futures alike, not to mention the seamless copy trading tools on offer. I made 300% this week alone just by copy trading my good friend Nancy P. She's incredible. Bydfi is available globally, including to US customers, without the need for KYC. So go to bydfi.com and join me as I aim to defeat wealth inequality by becoming extremely goddamned rich this bull market. I am Barney Sanders, and I endorse this platform.
Always good to hear from you, Barney. Anyway, back to the story of the day. Because all this simply proves what we have known all along, that our fundamental rights and freedoms, which includes privacy, are under attack in a serious, serious way. And look, I'm not here to condone criminality or money laundering. Of course not. But I will die on the hill of moral and legal consistency. If a developer of a decentralized protocol can be put away on these charges, then what about HSBC? What about Deutsche Bank, JP Morgan Chase, Standard Chartered, ING, Danske Bank? The list goes on and on and on. When the world's biggest banks literally launder billions of dollars for terrorists or drug cartels, they get a fine and slap on the wrist. When a computer nerd contributes code to a privacy protocol on the world's most expensive blockchain, they get their lives destroyed and their basic rights torn to shreds. Go figure. This isn't just about anti-money laundering. Because, as we all know, when it comes to cleaning dirty money and crime at large, cash is still king. Sorry, Elizabeth. Instead, this is part of a global effort to make privacy a goddamned crime. And it's why we must all fight tooth and nail for something that is by no means guaranteed, and which they will 100% take from us if we let them. Isn't that right, Klaus Schwab?
Ja, Tucker, this is correct. Privacy is illegal, mein Freund. Und any technology that threatens mein grip on your balls will remain verboten.
Gee, Klaus, did you just wake up one morning and decide to become a Bond villain? Anyway, that's all for today, folks. But we'll continue to fight and to shine a light on hypocrisy wherever it rears its head. We'll be back soon, but until then, the ticker is Tooker.